Guys, the biggest news of 2021 in the first week of the year is just here. If you are looking for a PNP without a job offer, then this is the video you must be watching, because this province has just announced all details regarding this new PNP which does not require a job offer. More details in the video. My name is Sahil and be tuned till the end. So guys, welcome back once again. My name is Sahil and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, and I practice here inside Ontario, Canada. My office is here, and if you have to get in touch with me, my number is on the screen and in the description box. Kindly feel free to schedule an appointment with me and I would be more than happy to speak to you. Guys, before we start this video, please remember to subscribe the channel if you're watching me for the first time. Hit the bell icon so that every time we release a new video on Canadian immigration or a new program or a delivery update, you are the first one who's given a notification and you don't miss any update. So guys, we are discussing the very important PNP program and by IRCC and the provinces of Canada. The first province to give you a New Year gift is the province of Newfoundland and Labrador, as they had intimated in the year end of 2020 that they will be launching this new program, which is the Priority Skills program. On January 2nd, as promised, the province launched the program, and it seems to be a pretty easy and a very promising program. The province itself is very promising. It has a lot of upcoming activities, and when it comes to the Canadian PR, right, guys, Canadian PR is very important, and if a province is ready to offer you that, you can definitely offer your settlement intent to that province. So more details are that this new program is known as the Priority Skills program. So like the province said, that they are now focusing, along with a lot of employers, are now focusing on specific labor market needs. Okay, and this particular program has in the very beginning outlined a couple of jobs and a couple of trades where if people are found eligible, they can apply. Now I'll just quickly break down the two categories that they have. One is the one that they say as the in demand, the job, the worker stream, and the other one is the stream where people who are graduating, the education stream where people are graduating from the Memorial University can apply. Okay, so you have two streams under this particular priority skill program. Whether in the first one, if you're working in that knock code, in that job code, or in that work category, or if you have just graduated in a PhD program or a master's degree from the Memorial University, which is in Newfoundland and Labrador. Now, which is of more interest for a lot of audience at large, especially for the people who are outside Canada and inside Canada as well, people who are currently, might find themselves eligible under this program. I'll just tell you. Now, the step one is very simple, where you submit an expression of interest to the province. Okay, there are a set of minimum eligibility requirements, and you fill a sort of a questionnaire for the province. You provide all your details regarding your age, education, your work experience, and all of that. And once you fill that questionnaire and you're found eligible, then and there you get to upload 3 documents. One will be your resume, the second will be your cover letter, and the third document will be either your education or work related. Okay, now guys, then comes the second step, where your application, your questionnaire, your application for getting a nomination rests with the Office of Immigration in Newfoundland. Now, while your personal details are not visible, but a lot of your documents like your resumes and your cover letters are visible to the employers which are registered with the Office of Immigration. Now, although they say that a job offer is not mandatory to be invited to the province, and then they also say that in the event an employer likes a particular candidate's profile, the person might be contacted by the employer directly. Okay, and the employer might be willing to offer a job to the person. Now, this is where the bonus round is, that the province does not require any job offer, but the employer in a particular province, in that particular province, might want to hire you. So in that special case, you will get a job and a PR, of course. Now, the next step is that once you get a nomination certificate from the province, you can use that particular nomination certificate to apply for your permanent residence as you please. So through skills or through the express entry, you might want to apply for an express entry or your permanent residence. So guys, this is the overall entirety of the process. Like I said, the two streams where the workers and the recent graduates are there. There are certain requirements also wherein it says for the specific jobs. I'll just quickly share the kind of job roles that are in demand. Now, the province has given just a list of about 35 occupations that are in demand, and I'm going to read them out one by one in a very quick manner so that you can get to know whether you're eligible or not. Now, the first list are the in-demand healthcare sector occupations. There are about 8 of them, which includes physicians, nurse practitioners, licensed practical nurses, personal care attendant, medical physicist, radiation therapist, dosimetrist, and the clinical psychologist. So, if you are working in one of these occupations and you have at least 1 year of experience in the past 10 years, then following certain other criteria, you could find yourself eligible under this. Now, the other sort of in-demand occupations are engineers and developers. A lot of IT-based occupations are there, like software developer, biomedical engineer, electrical engineer, AI developer, mechanical engineer, Python developer, web developer, .NET, and infrastructure engineer. Okay, so these are the other 10. Then there are technical specialists also. Now they're looking for security specialists, cloud specialist, bioinformatician, computer network support, research associate, data analytics, offshore technician, now ROV operator, ocean mapping specialist, and a technical writer. Now these are another set of 10 occupations which are there, and then the final set of 7 are specifically in demand aquaculture sector occupations, which says captain, FM4 certification, farming and feeding manager, facility technician, assistant manager, cage site technician, site manager with water quality expertise, and area manager. So guys, there you go. This is a list of close to, I think, about 35 occupations to be specific, which have been outlined by the province. How they select, and in terms of whether you're gonna get a PR or not, is basically dependent on either a point based or a voting based system, where a candidate is selected based on the preference by the employers or the internal preference based on their profile. We will be seeing a couple of draws in the times to come. I think there is, if I'm not mistaken, I don't recollect the number, but in a couple of hundreds is what the number that the province is targeting every year, and this is based on the quota that they have for their PNPs every year. Let's hope that this particular PNP brings a lot of people from across the globe and helps people in achieving their dreams of getting a Canadian permanent residence true. So guys, Newfoundland is the easternmost province of Canada. It is very close to the water. It is right on the shore. It is just next to Quebec, and just a province between Quebec is a province between Ontario and Newfoundland and Labrador. So I personally think that this is a very good opportunity for people who've been waiting to get a PR, and for people in the IT field who've been wanting to apply for this particular permanent residence through a PNP. Guys, do not miss this opportunity. If you need more details, if you are looking for any help in making such applications, you can book a consultation with us. My number is on the screen and in the description box. Kindly feel free to schedule one and in this consultation, and I would be more than happy to help you out. Once again, I wish you all the best and hope to see you soon in Canada.